What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 13 Retro in the Flint colorway. This pair is set for a worldwide drop May 30th for a retail price of $190 US or $250 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is navy, flint gray, white, and university blue. And for those of you guys watching from Canada, this pair will be available at The Closet Inc. The Closet Inc. is my go-to sneaker spot for Air Jordans, and they're an independent sneaker boutique operating 2 locations out of Southern Ontario. So I'll add their social media, their website, all that good stuff down below, so be sure to give them a follow and show them some love. So these Flints are an original colorway of the Air Jordan 13. They originally debuted back in 1998 during Michael Jordan's final season with the Chicago Bulls. And although he never actually wore this pair, to many Air Jordan fans around the world, these Flint 13s are classics. Since the original drop, they've retroed 2 other times outside of this one. And honestly, even though you think of white, black, and red when you think of Air Jordans, I gotta say that the Flint 13s, in terms of a color blocking perspective, is one of the nicest Air Jordans in his entire line. Diving straight into the shoe, this is your classic Air Jordan 13 silhouette. So the toe box is covered in this nicely pebbled white leather. To the touch, that feels very soft and high quality, and I was very happy with this part of the shoe. Overlaid on top, we have this blue fabric, and then intertwined through it, we have the hits of reflective 3M, which is true to how the OGs were done. Of course, being a Jordan 13, we have the signature dimpled look to it, and this covers the entire blue fabric overlay. Below this, we have this gray suede, which also feels very nice and buttery to the touch. And then on the back heel of the lateral side only, we have this Jordan 23 hologram, which is supposed to represent a panther's eye. The medial side of the shoe is slightly different from the lateral side, so this blue fabric overlay extends all the way to the front edge of the toe, and then beneath this, it's entirely done in that soft gray suede. At the base of the toe box, right before the laces, here we have this black and white Jordan tag, and then above this, we have your signature Jordan 13 laces. So in this case, it's done in this thin rope style lace in white, and then below this, we have this white colored leather tongue, which has perforations found on the bottom half. The top of the tongue is accented with this university blue colored Jumpman embroidered in the center. Taking out the insoles, these come with your standard Jordan brand insole. However, on the heel, we have a university blue colored Jumpman. The upper of these Flint 13s sits atop this midsole that's partially covered in gray suede. Found underneath the heel and the forefoot, we do have Zoom Air for cushioning, and then on the midsole, you'll see there's these white colored pods. This is supposed to represent a panther's paw. The one thing I'm concerned about is the pods on the Jordan 13, especially when they're white, they're very susceptible to bleeding from the suede. So hopefully that's not the case for these Flint 13s, but I don't have high hopes. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your signature outsole of your Jordan 13. We have this herringbone traction pattern found on these white colored rubber pods, and in the middle we have this navy colored carbon fiber shank plate. Finishing this all off, we have the circular Jordan brand branding found in the middle of the shoe on the lateral edge. In terms of sizing, my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I found that these definitely ran a bit big. I would recommend going a half size down, and even compared to some of my other Jordan 13 retros, these ones fit a little bit bigger. Next up, from a comfort standpoint, the Jordan 13s are pretty bulky overall. With that said though, they're surprisingly light, despite the fact that they look like tanks on feet. Like I said earlier, you do have Zoom Air underneath the forefoot and the back heel, so you will feel a bit of that bounciness underneath these 2 areas. However, Jordan 13s aren't the most well-ventilated shoe, so your feet will definitely heat up when you wear these. But all in all, as far as Jordan retros go, I can't really complain and they feel pretty good on feet overall. Finally, in terms of a quality and craftsmanship standpoint, while I really like the quality of the materials, specifically this leather toe box and the suede overlays, I had some issues with the actual craftsmanship on my pair. My pair had a bunch of loose threads, specifically on this blue overlay right here, and it was noticeably worse than your average Jordan retro. I'm not sure if this is just specifically my pair or if it's common across all the Flint 13s, but it's just something to keep in mind. With all that out of the way now, let's lace up these Flint 13s and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. To me, it's crazy we're in the 4th version of the Flint 13s. Time's really passing by, but it doesn't matter how many times Jordan Brand releases this shoe, it's always going to be a beautiful and classic shoe to me, and one that I'm very happy to once again add to my collection. I don't anticipate this being too difficult of a cop. Most Jordan retailers are going to be carrying this shoe, and even if you strike out at retail, I can't imagine resale prices being that high. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about these Air Jordan 13s in the Flint Gray colorway. Is this going to be a cop or a drop for you? And how do the Flint stack up compared to the rest of the OG 13 colorways? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at sgo8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go and visit my website at seango.ca. Before I end this video, one final shout out goes out over to The Closet Inc. Be sure to check out their website and give them a follow on Instagram. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.